So, hey y'all. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna post this or not, cause I'm just going back and forth with it. But I saw a post on IG that just sparked me wanting to pull some cards on this, and you know, and just in the midst of this whole thing with like Megan and Clay breakup, just a lot of conversations and reactions and think pieces have been pushed, and ultimately it has gotten to a point where people are like asking, like, do black men really like not like black women, you know? And so I just want, shoot, I'm gonna ask the cards. Like, I'm like, fuck it, you know what, let's see what the ancestors have to say, because I'm gotten to a point to where I'm completely lost on this too. And so I have pulled a few cards, and I pretty much asked, you know, like, why do black men carry so much animosity and hate towards black women? And so I'm a little floored by what has come out. So still kind of processing a little bit. So I guess I'm going to be here with me. But of course, the first card was the High Priestess in reverse, which was then clarified by the Two of Cups in reverse already. Then we had the Queen of Cups in reverse. We had the Seven of Staffs in the upright. Then we have the King of Staffs, the Hangman in reverse, and the Three of Swords in reverse. So like, and these is cards starting off. So when I looked at the High Priestess in reverse and clarified with the Two of Cups, this already straight up just told me off the bat that black men and black women as a whole, we are not connected to each other. Like, it's like the spiritual connection that we once had, like, that shit is damn near like non-existent. Especially with it being clarified with the Two of Cups in reverse, because if you understand like the High Priestess card, like the High Priestess card represents like someone that is of like high, like intuitive knowledge, that like, connected to higher source. They're connected to, the spiritual team. They're one with, themselves and, their higher sense of being. And they're also connected to the world around them, right? So when you see it in reverse, then that will automatically represent like a disconnect. Like, something has caused them to like lose balance in that part when it comes to really, to spirituality and practicality of, what does it mean to, be in balance with all the energies that you have to, carry and deal with. And then also, what is your connection to source and what's your connection to God? And for it to be clarified with the Two of Cups, the Two of Cups in reverse simply represents a broken relationship. Like, they are not together. Like, they operate separately. And this shows that as black men and black women, we do not operate as a unified group. We don't know each other. We don't understand each other. And that's kind of scary to know that, like, we are disconnected to that degree. And especially with seeing the Queen of Cups in the reverse, that bringing up the feeling of like resentment and emotional instability, especially of that with women, and the fact that like how can I say this? It's like They don't like us because they know that we have an issue with them. And they know that we have an issue with the fact that they are in the place that they are. And, that there isn't real improvement. And the fact that, a lot of black women have had to make hard decisions when it comes to how they want to navigate their relationships with men in our community, especially when in regards to dating and marriage. And due to that, their response to it is, instead of, us working together and being able to navigate that, or even to try to take the self-evaluation to see that if we are seeing these trends and are coming out the same in regards to us, there is some things that maybe we need to do to change the narrative around that. They respond with, well, I don't like you either. Let me clarify that. Yeah. It's just, they're ready to fight. They're like, that's their response to that. Quick-tempered because, they feel like we ain't trying to listen to them. We're not trying to understand them. We're not trying to do this and do that and do this. So instead of trying to see where black women are coming from, instead of trying to understand the perspectives and the experiences of what it is to be in close proximity to them, they respond by essentially turning us into their enemy. Which feels like that leads us to like the Seven of Staves. Seven of Staves. Let me clarify that real quick. He has the Five of Cups in reverse. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Yeah. And I also feel like black men, and many of them don't want to admit it, I do think that a lot of them are jealous of black women. I think a lot of them are. I think a lot of this hate and animosity is really really jealousy. I think that a lot of them are jealous of the fact that, black women are becoming more educated than them. I think that they are jealous of the fact that more black women are starting to out-earn them in terms of job salaries. I think that they are envying the fact that, women are choosing to take on more leadership positions and to become heads instead of just followers. That a lot of black men were used to women, taking up that space. And so there's a lot of regret around even some of the choices that they decided to make, where essentially they feel like, spots are being taken from them. I'm not even gonna hold you. I remember seeing a comment on a post, and they were basically saying that black men treat black women how white people treat black folks. And I remember there being like a conversation of where they were saying how like straight black men are like the white people of the black community, and there have been like such as outrage and outroar. And it's crazy enough, it actually was written by a black man. And I'm not going to hold you. It's definitely given that. It's definitely given the same way that you will see how these white folks will get, twist their nose up if they see one of us, in a position that they feel like they should be in, or, they feel like it's too many of us in this one, too many of us in the space, and it may just only be one. And they feel like, things should return back to good old America and the status quo. Some of these black men feel that way. If they had the choice, some of these men will try to take everything that we earned and put us in the place that they believe that we should be. And that is beneath them. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's because it's giving. It's giving. It's giving that. It's giving that. Oh my God, I ain't even gonna hold you. Ooh. That felt kind of empty. That was empty. Let's clarify this king of staff. Yeah. I feel like a lot of black men want black women to see them as the king of staffs. I feel like a lot of them want to. They want to be seen as like that dream, and a lot of them are kind of currently caught up in the motherfucking dream. They need to, if anything, they need to be here with the shit. It's not here. You need to be here. You need to understand reality. That if you want to look like a motherfucker that is going after shit and is about his thing and is full of fire and emotion and power and all that stuff, then you need to actually put that in play. Because I also feel like that's kind of like, I don't say like the hidden advantage in terms of kind of like what could actually start seeing the shift. But ultimately, yeah, I feel like when it comes, yeah, like it's, yes, with the chariot and ask for the day that black men decide to actually put forth all this extra shit that they got in them, that they claim that they can do, and all that, whatever. If they actually put that shit into action and into something that was fucking tangible, then you ultimately will see a shift in how black women would perceive y'all. So y'all can get y'all, panties out your ass. You know what I mean? With how y'all feel, about why we are essentially disappointed and how a lot of you choose to operate. Many of you don't know how to put belt to ass. And that's really the hidden advantage of everything. Make good on the promises. And not only that, make good on the promises to yourself. Because that's where it starts. And not just to yourself when it comes to hurting other people. Like, tell yourself what it means to be a good person. And other people can see the reflection. The reflection of you being a good person. And that's what... Hold on, let me... Because, girl, sometimes I be like, wait. Yeah. I might not post this, but I don't know. This is an interesting read. This is a very interesting read. I don't know. They hate us because they think that we hate them. When I feel like there's been so many instances that show that is not the case. But then instead of listening, they just respond with fighting this. And then also not addressing the hidden jealousy and envy, which is why they, I think drives all of this. Because they know they're not measuring up. Black men, they know they're not measuring up. They know that their counterparts, that their other male counterparts are not measuring up. But I feel like they're just too prideful to want to actually admit that they're not measuring up. Because I feel like this is what this is giving. Especially with the hidden advantages. Or, the energy around what it means for a black man to take action. And how that can cause a shift in that energy, which can ultimately bring a 3 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I don't know, man. Because this is terrible. It's like, it shouldn't really be like this. But I just feel like right now we're just not in the space of we can't create if we don't believe we have the possibility to create, right? Like, in order to do, you have to have the tools, and you also have to have the knowledge and the belief, and the faith that you can be able to continue and be fruitful and conjure and be able to birth new things and new ideas and new perspectives. And it just feels like right now that's not possible if we are choosing not to be in real community with each other. Like I said, it really is giving that black love is a facade, dog. Like, that shit is giving, like, that. It's a hashtag. Social media. Oh, shoot. I done dropped some stuff. Hold on. So, yeah, all right. We back. So, yeah, with the Queen of Staffs. And then the Knight of Coins in reverse. Yeah, it's just... Right now... I feel like there's, absolutely nothing that the black man really wants to give the black woman as a whole. And, and that's because they feel like we can do it all on our own. It's a response. It's just, all this is just a negative response. It's just, It feels like we're dealing with a hater. And I don't like that. Because, let me tell you something. Growing up, I had a lot of great black men around me. I did grow up with my father. I grew up in a 2-parent household. My parents have been married for 45 years. I am the youngest of 5 kids. Well, at least 5 for my dad, 3 for my mom. My dad had 2 kids before he married my mom. But I have 3 brothers, all 3 of them college educated. 2 of them are married. All three are working into, in their careers. They've never been in trouble, been in jail. Got suspended for doing stupid stuff, not even fighting. Uh, you know, I, and then my dad has always been one of the biggest influences in my life. And even throughout my, school, I had so many like male teachers, specifically black male teachers. I remember my whole 7th grade year in middle school, I had all black male teachers. Like they were teaching math, English, science, business. I think I took a business class. Was it physical ed, phys ed, whatever. Gym class. Black men. Even when I was high school, the man, it was a black man who sparked my interest in going to a HBCU. Shoot, it was my brother, who was a black man, of course, that sparked my interest in learning more about Greek letter, organizations when he pledged his fraternity and encouraged me to go out for the high school auxiliary group. I did it, and I ultimately ended up pledging his sister org. Shoot, it was a black man that helped me get my first job promotion. The first job I ever experienced was through the help and support of black men. One of my favorite principals I ever worked for was a black man. So I'm floored by this. But what's crazy is that I've experienced this in my relationships. Ain't that crazy? That's where it's foul, because the men, you would think men would love you for being progressive, transformative, you chasing the bag and your education and getting your shit right, becoming your best version of you. And that's what you bring to the table. Only to come to find out that a lot of them are doing half the work, putting in half the investment, making little to no change. And then when we meet them at the table, they see the obvious difference, and instead of going back to elevate themselves to be at the table with us in good standing, they just decided to attack us for it. Unfortunately, the truth is I'm tired. Options are few. My bad, friends. But, yeah. We got a lot to think about, sisters. We got a lot to think about.